guys that actually deserve it more than I do. They work on the car tirelessly, and all I do is show up on Saturday and turn it left. So I mean, it's all about the team. Well, it starts with John and Charlie Lacki. I mean, without them giving me the opportunity to drive a car, none of this would have continued on. I heard.
Really? Yep. Dad raced a lot of years. Brother drove go-karts. I never drove. I drove a little bit as a spectator, but just a family thing. Yeah, always. I can't think of anything else I'd rather be doing, really. It's always done it. We had a crate race car and a late model toy. We didn't race it a lot. And Dick blew up a motor that night. And we asked him if he wanted to drive our car that night. That was a few years ago, just because he was in it for the points, and we were just there. It was a big race, and it never filled the field, so that's why we were there. So it was kind of an honor. We had done it 2 or 3 years earlier as well. We were there with a late model at Little Valley, and he blew a motor up. And he started in our car. He started 18th and drove it up to 2nd. And with 1 lap to go, the throttle stuck and he hit the wall. That night that we lent him the car was at State Line for him to stay in the points. The following week, he called us midweek and said that he did not have a motor and wanted to know if we were going to go to Little Valley. And he won that night in our car. And then went down 2 weeks after that. We prepped the car again for Dick, and him and David Scott were tied for points. And he won that race too. So he won the last 2 nights of Little Valley in our car, and that was exciting. To have Dick drive your car is exciting, but to have Dick win and then win again was really exciting. So that's how it got started. Johnny and I work on the car every night. We do all the, Monday is really nothing more.
Johnny being your brother.
Yes, yep, sorry. Yep, John and I, Monday night, wash tires, cars. Johnny he gets out at 2 o'clock, so he starts washing at 2, and by the time I get there at 6, he's not even halfway done. So Monday is all washing. Tuesday, I'll tear stuff down, get stuff that's hurt, gets attention first, and then Dick's guys come out on Wednesday, and we reassemble and do setups and stuff, and then we work on tires and stuff after that. We actually it didn't gel right at first. I mean, we had what we thought, and then they had what they thought, and it was funny. We bumped noses, and they have the old book, and they're going back through their notes from 2008, and we're thinking it's 2013 or now it's 14, So we had a lot of bumping heads, but it was always good. We tried a few things, and just if it didn't work, everybody was at least agreeing on that's not it. So I know 2 years ago, Dick won the late model championship in a blue front end car, and John and I decided over the winter to park that car, make it a backup car, and get out a black car that he ended up winning the championship in. That didn't go over very well. That was a dinner night here, right over here at that table. That didn't go over very well. So you can't park a championship car. I said, well, we're gonna. So that was it. That was an interesting evening. Dick was a part of that meeting that night, and he was probably the most upset. My brother was trying to convince them that we needed to be in a black car, and we were trying to say is, Dick, your driving style is of the older car with a stop-go black front-end race car, and Johnny kept saying old, and Dick didn't like the word old. Dick actually got pretty upset. Through a day, if you tell me I should quit, I'll quit. No, that's when I took over. No, that's not what we're saying. We're not. So it was funny. So most of the discussion was with John Lamb and Johnny, myself. So John has forgotten more than we're going to know about racing. So in the end, to be honest with you, about beginning of the year, that car was doing okay, not great. And we were still kind of bumping heads a little bit. Then Johnny and I finally just said, of course we had David driving for us, and Johnny started driving a little bit. So we just said, John, it's yours. If it goes, you're a hero. If you don't, it's not our fault. So that's what we finally ended up doing, was just too many crew chiefs, and John's John knows what Dick needs.
Right.
It's simple. I didn't take a breath. I don't think I took a breath. I was on the edge. I had a wide berth around me. I was jumping up and down and hollering, and people just started moving. So I was moving, a little animated as I am, you know. So I was, yeah. With 5 to go, I really started thinking he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Chris was getting worse and worse, and Dick's car, to me, like he said, was getting better and better. And I really thought he was going to do it. So that's when I really thought about it, was like 5 to go, like when you said. 3 to go, 2 to go, and then Chris made that mistake, and then it was, like I said, I don't remember breathing, so I was excited. I will never forget that. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I'll never forget that night. So,
were you one of those bad dash to the track type guys?
I sit at the start-finish line, so I was right there. I was just, I don't know, I couldn't get to the track. Everybody was shaking my hand and stopping me and trying to get, I just wanted to get out onto the track. In my own little way, I wanted to be the first one to the door. You know, just, I knew he had a lot of other guys, but just somehow I wanted to get, because I was there, I wanted to get out on that track and be that first one to that door. So the night that, the first night that Dick ran our car full time, I told him that I would either be dead or broke, but he would get his record. I remember telling him that. So, and for me, it was just a big, you know, even now getting cold chills, but I remember telling him that, and that came back to mind as soon as he got done winning. I said, oh, we did it. You know, it was great. It was good. It won't be the same without the team. So I was only with them for 3 years, so I can't imagine what they're feeling right now after 30 years. It's got to be a great feeling, because I know how I feel right now after 3.